Welcome one and all to the finale of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Generation Next tournament here on the HomeBoiz channel, where we have Zane Truesdale going up against Jaden Yuki. Very, very ironic. The two decks that have defied all of the odds statistically, and honestly, we've seen these decks time and time again. There's not a whole lot to say. Zane's deck is incredibly imbalanced with 18 monsters and a combined total of 29 spells and traps in his starting deck. He always gets the clutch cards that he needs to hang on into the duel, and that is what has got him this far in the first place. His Cyber Dragons are obviously very deadly. He has all the OTK power he could ever need, maybe a little more, and he just has to hope that he can overcome anything that Jaden throws his way. When we look at Jaden's deck, it is filled with all types of cards that have a lot of synergy and all types of clutch cards. It has a lot of different effects. It could do a million different things at the same time. However, they don't all unanimously have synergy together, yet somehow with the fattest deck possible, with only 10 traps, and with 29 monsters, he is still out here making plays, going almost entirely undefeated his entire way up here, losing only a single round of one of the matches. This is impeccable dueling at its finest. This is the zenith of what a duel should look like. And all I can say for Jaden's side is he better not brick now. Without further ado, let the duel begin. Round one between these two colossal giants. Zane Truesdale taking the first turn, only setting a monster and passing. However, we can see what this monster is, and it will be more than enough for now. He's taking it easy and doing a little bit of scouting. Jaden Yuki opening with the Fusion Sage to get a Polymerization and the Neospace Pathfinder in order to search his field spell Neospace. We're going to see Stratos hit the field next in order to search an elemental hero, and he's going to grab the Liquid Soldier for himself before using Polymerization to send it off in addition to the Stratos on the field for the elemental hero Absolute Zero. A powerful start to this match, and since Liquid Soldier was used for a fusion summon and sent to the graveyard, Jaden gets to draw 2 cards and then throw away 1 card in his hand, and he's going to go ahead and pitch the hero Flash, because when Flash gets sent to the graveyard, you get to add any spell or trap from your grave back to your hand. Now we see Captain Gold activate to search his other field spell, Skyscraper, so whatever you want, he's got it. He's got both of his field spells. He can assist both halves of his deck. He's going to set a card face down and swing over the Larva with Absolute Zero. Larva obviously summoning another copy of itself, and it's back over to Zane's turn. So we're going to see Defusion activate to get rid of the Absolute Zero, and there is a new ruling. I know that Absolute Zero would kill all the monsters when it leaves the field. However, the new rules state that if a fusion monster, or any monster for that matter, goes to the deck, its leave the field ability will no longer activate. So Zane really getting himself out of a tight bind there before using Power Bond with all 3 of his machines to go straight into the Chimera Tech Over Dragon with 4,800. With 3 total attacks, Repair Plant to get the Kirin to balance out the effect damage he would have taken from Power Bond, and he's gonna go ahead and dive straight into battle. This wasn't just a win, this was an OTK. Zane easily and quickly takes the first round. Second round between these two, and Jaden decides that he wants to go first, even though he's going up against Cyber Dragon, and it does not look terrible for him. He starts off with the Graceful Charity. In order to draw 3 cards, he pitches the Flare Scarab and the Neos as a result afterwards, before T-setting and passing to Zane just like that. Also pacing himself just a little bit more here. Cyber Emergence is going to activate to search for the OG Cyber Dragon, which will then get special summoned, very much to Jaden's disadvantage. And we see the Cyber Phoenix get normal summoned, so as long as it's in attack mode, you know, you cannot target an individual machine monster on Zane's side of the field. And 3 cards in the back row, Cyber Dragon swinging over, demolishing Clayman, allowing Phoenix to swoop in for a quick 1,200. We're gonna see him normal summon the Liquid Soldier, and I thought he could have revived a hero. It looks like he chose not to. He just went ahead and activated the Skyscraper instead. That is going to be met with the Cybernetic Revolution, sacking off the Cyber Dragon for an unknown fusion at the moment, because this chain will then be topped off with Overflow, banishing Cyber Dragons from the hand and or graveyard in order to destroy cards on Jaden's side of the field. So he's gonna banish the Cyber Dragon to clear off the Liquid Soldier so it can, 1, not swing over a Skyscraper, and 2, not be used for a fusion, or at least that's what Zane thought, because Jaden went into the Miracle Fusion card, letting him fuse the Liquid Soldier and Clayman in his graveyard for the Elemental Hero Sunrise. And now, Liquid Soldier's effect activates once again because it doesn't have to be sent to the graveyard. It can be removed from play as fusion material as well in order to get him his draw 2 and 1 discard. Sunrise has an effect of its own that's going to activate on summon, giving him another copy of Miracle Fusion for either now or later. And we're going to see the Glow Moss get discarded as per Liquid Soldier. And Miracle Fusion is going to be popped already. So Jaden's going in 1000% aggression. Brave Neos is going to be hitting the field in order to potentially thin his deck even more. And while the 4000 attack of Eternity Dragon was frightening, we see Skydive Scorcher actually get played here. So by picking a fusion monster on your field, you can destroy your opponent's monsters that are stronger than it. And since Skyscraper's on the field, Zane also takes the damage of that monster being 2800. Brave Neos is going to swing in to attempt to attack Phoenix. Sunrise is going to attempt to use his ability to kill it first. And Zane's going to respond with his Cyberload Quick Play Fusion spell in order to send it back to the deck with the Banished Cyber Dragon for a Chimera Tech in defense mode. So now Sunrise does not get to destroy anything. Brave Neos has to crash into a body, but still gives Jaden a search card for later, and Sunrise still gets to gut punch Zane for 2700, checking him. Now we're going to see the Larva get set, and he's just going to hope that he can get something good after this deck thinning here. Stratos is going to be normal summoned to destroy his own card. He's just kind of doing whatever he wants to because he knows how this goes. Stratos is going to go ahead and attack the face down, but I don't believe Larva is going to get the chance to activate its effect because Sunrise is going to destroy it anyways. And oh, it still activates regardless. Okay, so the manga version does not need it to be destroyed by battle exclusively. So here we see Larva number 2 and Larva number 3. Zane's life points are still completely safe. He thinned his deck by 2 entire cards. Brave Neos is going to search now the Contact Gate, so that's why he was throwing away the Neospatians so that he can meet the requirement for the spell card should he need it. Zane is going to T-set with 2500 left. The Elemental Hero Flash is going to hit the field with his 1500 because Sunrise boosts his heroes by 300 attack, 200 attack for every attribute that he controls on his side of the field. Brave Neos is going to go crashing in. Sunrise says, I got you, bro. And that is game. The final round between Jaden Yuki and Zane Truesdale. It all comes down to this 1-1, the tiebreaker for the best of 3 series. Blazeman's gonna get normal summoned, but instead of searching a polymerization, he's gonna be dumping the Liquid Soldier to copy its attribute and its attack and defense until the end of this turn. And he's just gonna set a face down card and pass without using that ability to his advantage. Zane sets a monster and 3 terrifying cards in his back row before passing it right back over. Monster Reborn is going to activate to bring back the Liquid Soldier, and Polymerization is going to fuse the Liquid Soldier with the Flash in the graveyard in order to make the absolute 0. 1 hero plus 1 water monster, but that's not all, because Flash is going to bring back either the Monster Reborn or the Poly, and Liquid Soldier will let Jaden draw 2 and pitch 1. So we're going to see him pitch the Elemental Hero Neos and get back the Monster Reborn. Blazeman's going to go ahead and dump the Stratos from deck in order to bring his attack up to 18 and change his attribute to Wind. And we don't see the Monster Reborn get used quite yet, being a little cautious while still going all out offensively. And the Blazeman swung into the Cyber Dragon Hurts, giving Zane a copy of Cyber Dragon before Absolute Zero attempts to attack directly before being destroyed by Overflow, and there's no monsters left for Zane to attempt to destroy. So that was very beautifully played, or I'm sorry, Absolute Zero to attempt to destroy. Zane's gonna go ahead and normal summon the Phoenix once again in attack mode and throw away the Cyber Dragon that he searched for to special summon Cyber Dragon Nashter. Now Nashter can revive a level 5 Cyber Dragon or a Cyber Dragon with 2100, one of the two. Either way, Cyber Dragon now will attempt to swing over display his man. Jaden will activate the next track card to summon Neos and some Neospacians from the graveyard, but that will be negated by Trap Jammer to negate a trap card used during the battle phase. And now we see Final Fusion being activated in order to do the combined total of 3,300 to both duelists to really bring Jaden's life points down to 2,600. Very, very big risk, because if Zane loses just with this 4,700, it might have been avoidable. We'll have to see. Jaden's going to go ahead and play the Monster Reborn here in order to bring back the Stratos, and Stratos is going to search for the Captain Gold. Captain Gold can throw itself away from the hand to search for the Skyscraper field spell card. So Skyscraper will give Stratos a boost when it fights the Cyber Dragon, killing it and leaving Zane at exactly 4k. Zane's gonna set a monster, switch everything to defense before passing it back, and Jaden lucked into the Pot of Greed spell card, and I know you see it too, folks. I just know you see it too. Stratos is gonna kill the Nashter before passing it back politely. I guess he has nothing that he wants to discard at the moment, or at least not enough that he's comfortable with gambling away. And now he sees that he draws the Neos Fusion, and he's like, okay, you know, I got everything I need. Graceful Charity is gonna go ahead and give him 3 cards while also pitching the, what was that, the Polymerization and the Burstinatrix. We're going to see Miracle Contact get played here. So both of the Miracle cards in order to make the Brave Neos with a combined total of 3,000 attack. Now Neos Fusion activates, pitching the Neos and the Grand Mole from the deck to make Grand Neos to help clear away the defense. Grand Neos being supported by the instant Neo space, and he's not going to actually use his effect. Brave Neos is going to swing into the face down Larva and get Jaden an extra search card. Zane gets a little extra bit of protection. Stratos swinging over that second Larva. Here comes the third, and I'm guessing Grand Neos, yep, into the third one. And he's finally going to use this effect in main phase 2. He might have been able to avoid the Larva completely and done some major damage, but you know, that's just kind of how things go. Phoenix is going to return to the field, but in attack mode, despite facing all these monsters, and that is because with the Proto Cyber, Zane can use the Overload Fusion to use both of those. However, we're going to see the Counter Trap Protection of the Elements in order to banish a hero from Jaden's side of the field, I believe, until the end of this turn, in order to negate and destroy Overload Fusion. So bye-bye, Stratos. See you next time. Zane has no other plays to work with, so he's at Jaden's mercy. Mole getting rid of one threat, Brave Neo swinging into the other, and with all this damage, Jaden Yuki has won the duel. The winner of the Generation Next tournament is none other than Jaden himself. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.